Shit, hot.
Well,
Yep. All right, hey, shalom, shalom.
shalom.
All right, first and foremost, before we get started, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem,
Hashem,
Shai,
Shalom, Shem,
Bakabash.
Resh.
Hey, double honors as always to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. All right, peace, much love, and salutation as always unto the hopeful elect. Brothers out here in Great Millstone, Nashville. Another lesson through the spirit and power of How Bashim Al Shai, Lord's will, it be edifying to the elect. Okay, you see by the title, don't get entangled with the affairs of life. Just something I was meditating on earlier, man, and as always, got to put it on wax. This has been done multiple times, but as our apostles and elders say, we're gonna sound like a broken record. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, for first and foremost, there's nothing else to talk about. Okay, if all we're concerned with is, prophecy and Yahweh Shemashah redeeming us and salvation, us getting out of this current captivity, Babylon being destroyed, we just got to keep constantly talking about these things. The men of the Lord, Lord won't part of the number, but we have power in the words that we speak. So we're going to constantly harp on the destruction, the downfall of this place, the upbringing of the elect. Okay, and lessons like this, certain mindsets that we can, you know, uh, attach to, if you will. Okay, to further in our walk. But Lord's word is edifying, brother. If you got that precept, go ahead.
I got that one with the title in it.
Yeah,
So this is 2 Timothy 2, and I'll start at 3 to 4. It says, Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
yeah. So endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. Okay, so there's going to be things that we're going, we go through. All right, and it's going to be it's not going to be easy, which nobody ever said it was easy. As a matter of fact, the Most High, pursuant to not second Ezra, Ecclesiastes, the second chapter. Okay, he said, "If my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." So he's already told you and reinstated that in your mind. Okay, that this is not going to be this is going to be a very difficult process to go through. So we just had to endure through these things. So endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Bashim Ashai. Rough paraphrase. Go ahead.
I got the word. I was going to get the word for hardness, but the endure hardness is the same word. Like it went together on the blue letter. It says Strong's G2553. Says CAC apatheo, and it says to suffer, endure evils, hardships, troubles.
Yeah. Endure these hardships, endure the troubles that are presented before you. Okay. That's why it says what is it? Despise not the chastening of the Lord, you know, because ultimately this is to set us up and put us on a position on a certain level to where we're going to be able to actually endure when it actually matters, man. You losing a job or losing a woman or a child or whatever the case may be, right now that's nothing compared to the things that are getting ready to happen upon us, man. That's getting ready to be brought upon us. We have to be in a very solidified, fortified mindset going into Jacob's trouble. You got to be rooted, you know. Go ahead.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4. No man that warreth entangled himself with the affairs of this life,
Yep.
that he may please him who had chosen him to be a soldier.
Yeah. And so, because even in Esau's military, they train you. Part of their training is having you understand there's a possibility for one, first and foremost, that you could die in this thing, man. Okay? and especially in this truth, hey, we all we all should be. Okay, you should be training your mind to understanding I could die for this truth. There's a possibility that I might have to die for this truth. I might have to put my life up on the line for this truth. And that's fine. That's a great thing. Okay, but we don't get into hey, it says don't get entangled with the affairs of this life. If you're in war, you don't have time to be focusing on, you know, calling Eve and seeing if she cut the stove off before she went to bed. You know, well, how the kids doing in school. We don't have time to be dealing with that stuff, man. Now, that's not saying to neglect your day to day responsibilities as far as your family is concerned, but man, we gotta be in that spirit of understanding we're in a war. This is a spiritual war, man. Okay, this is the biggest war that the earth is going to be that the earth has ever seen. Realistically, we're entering into times that has not been seen on the earth. So there's a mindset that we need to be going in, that we need to have going into it, entering into Jacob's trouble. We need to be solidified. All right, go ahead.
I got the New English Translation (NET), the same precept I just read, 2 Timothy 2:4. It says, "No one in military service gets entangled in matters of everyday life. Otherwise, he will not please the one who recruited him."
Yeah. So you don't get entangled in everyday affairs, man. Things that it ultimately, if it has nothing to do with the truth, we're not supposed to be getting entangled in it. Okay, we're not supposed to be dealing with it on that type of level, putting it, because ultimately what happens is when you get entangled in something, all right, you get trapped up. Now you're putting that as your top priority over the truth, which the truth of Yahweh Bashim Shai is our top priority, man. Once again, there's a mindset that we need to have going into this. Um, I got this, 2 Peter 3:11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? Okay, what manner of persons ought ye to be? What mindset should you have entering into these things? Knowing that all these things shall be dissolved, these things are going to melt. Okay, the Most High said He's going to melt this place, leaving neither root nor branch in Malachi. All right, there's a mindset that we need to have going into this. Going into Jacob's trouble, we need to be entering into it with the mindset of this shit is about to melt. Even on the day-to-day lifestyle, which brother's been pushing the heavenly, and it's it's a very it's beautiful. It's a beautiful statement, but just having that, brothers are pushing the more, having a positive spirit towards things, man. It could be worse. It could be this. It could be that. At the end of the day, you're in the truth and you know what the fuck's going on, man. All right. So we know how to act and how to maneuver with everything that's presented in front of us. All right. You got something?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Second Ezra chapter 14, verse 14 to 16. "Let go from the immortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and hastily to flee from these times. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter."
Mm-hmm. You got it, bro. You can speak on it.
Right. So the beginning, let go of mortal thoughts, which just goes into essentially the whole topic at hand, which is not getting entangled in the affairs of this life. Letting go, which I mean, really letting go of mortal thoughts goes into sacrificing. You're going to sacrifice a lot of things, especially when you first come in. There's a lot of, especially people, family members, and things that you had that were part of the old man that you essentially have to throw away, because those certain things, if you carry them with you, it's going to leave you on the fence. It's just going to make it harder for you to. I mean, really, the Lord is setting us up for success. Esau tries to set you up for failure, but the Lord is setting us up for success. When you come into the faith and you cast away all these different things, whether it be certain family members, not literally cast them off, but you sever the relationship to an extent to where you're not so tied in with them. Different thing, materialism, different traits that you may have had with the old man and things like that. So when the time comes when you have to lose these things, your family starts turning on you, they betray you, you lose your house, your car, your job. It's a lot easier to take. You're not heart struck and so hard because you already essentially gave these things up when you came into the faith. So it's
Mm-hmm.
really the Lord ain't telling you let go from the immortal thoughts. And he's just saying be a fucking robot. We're still gonna have emotions and feelings, but the Lord is telling you to just let all these things of the world go because we know that it's all gonna pass away. And that includes your father and your mother. If they don't repent and turn onto the Lord, that is if they're even Israelites. Of course, dad is because you're here. But if your mom ain't an Israelite, you gotta accept the fact that she's going into slavery. If she is an Israelite or your father, they're both Jake, but they're not gonna repent, you gotta accept the fact they're gonna get destroyed. It just is what it is. Because if you carry these mortal thoughts that the old man had and you keep pondering upon that, my father, my mother going to die, you're going to fold like a lawn chair in that day. And that's guaranteed because you're still holding on to that old man. The old man is more than just possessions and girlfriends and jobs. It goes with the mindset altogether.
Yeah.
And then especially 16 is say greater evils. So the time that we're in ain't shit compared to what we're about to be in. So if you're already finding yourself lacking faith now, you definitely got to make sure you tap in because it's going to be strictly faith based. Because right now, I mean, we have, of course, being in the flesh, but we have times where water bill comes up, electric bill, rent, whatever the fuck it is, and it's like, damn, how am I going to get this paid? But you got a check. You got a check coming in Friday. In that time, there ain't no check, there ain't no ties, there ain't none of that. Let me ask this brother if I can borrow $20. He ain't got no job either. We're all pilgrims. It's gonna be strictly faith based. So that's like, when these guys they say GMS is faith based Israelites, y'all, you obviously don't understand the scriptures. That's the whole point. The fact that you're in this truth saying you're an Israelite from the tribe of whatever tribe is all faith based.
Yeah, because you don't have the proper lineage. You don't have the scrolls proving that you stem from the tribe of Levi. You from the seed of Aaron. Nigga, you don't know. So to call yourself a high chief priest or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, it's madness. You know. But ultimately, Jake just threw. All right. You give credit where credit's due, but ultimately, all these other camps are through. They're finished. Okay. Because all their doctrines contain Swiss cheese. There's holes in all of them. All right. But we ain't talking about them niggas. Ephesians 4:22, that you put off concerning the former conversation, the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust. And I'm gonna get the NOT. Throw off your old sinful nature and your former way of life, which is corrupted by lust and deception. All right, so we had to constantly remember to put off that old man. Okay, because like the brother was going into, man, that old man is going to care about you know certain family members and you know them getting judged and things of that manner. The apostles or the elders really been pushing that lately. Being in that mindset of understanding, hey, you got to be ready. Oh no, matter of fact, it was Apostle Har. I think the brother Ayawab, he had sent that video, that clip, from when they went live at the camp. Um, just being ready, man, including your family. You're gonna see a lot of them people drop dead, man. You're gonna see a lot of them fucking drop. You gonna hear about it. Like I said, you're gonna actually physically see it. And you gotta be in a certain mindset to accept that and understand, hey, at the end of the day, this is the will of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And I'm not gonna oppose it. Why feel bad for a nigga that clearly wanted nothing to do with the Lord? It doesn't matter. The Most High is not a respecter of persons. It doesn't matter if you're a cousin of a prophet, a brother of a prophet. if you don't repent, nigga, you gonna be destroyed. That's what the scriptures say. Then it says also too, uh, he will show mercy on whom you have mercy. You know, roughly paraphrasing. So whoever the Most High wants to show mercy upon, that's who he's going. You know, that's what he's going to do. But it's not guaranteed for anybody. It's not even guaranteed for us. That's why we're out here fighting. Okay, you got some?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Luke 14 and 26 to 30.
Where you
It's
at?
Luke 14 and
Okay, all
26
right.
to 30.
The Luke part cut out. I just heard 14. Salaki.
Uh,
Yeah, I was like, you go ahead, bro.
it says, so Luke 14 26 to 30. If any man come to me and hate not, which that just means, like less.
Yeah,
Put that out there now. Poor Jake run with that. And
right.
hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, in his life, or Salaki, in his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. So we know this is in a red letter, how Shai's words. And
Yeah,
whosoever doth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple. For
yeah.
which
Salaki, it ain't like that nigga at camp.
yeah,
With that,
I was thinking about that.
yeah, he actually be having a cross on his shoulder and shit.
Probably 5 pounds, man.
Right, nigga, shoulder heavy as hell, but nah, we ain't. You know, they ain't talking about that. All right, go ahead.
For which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he have sufficient to finish it?
Mm-hmm.
Least haply, after he had laid the foundation and is not able to finish it, all that behold it begin to mock him, saying, this man began to build and was not able to finish.
Yeah, yeah. So you gotta count the cost. Essentially, okay. You coming into this thing. All right. That's one of the major things you got to do. Honestly, you have to count the cost. Am I actually, am I actually built for this? Am I actually going to do this to the end? You have to count the cost because you gotta be able to finish at the end of this, man. You gotta be able to bear your own cross. All right, and then like you said, when it goes into the hating the father, the mother, the wife, and children and stuff, just means the like, the love less. All right, other than me, you going to parents, fuck you, mom, fuck you, dad. You know, you throw them the bird, and then you don't talk to them ever again in your life. No, it's just you understand that the Most High, Yahweh Shemashah, comes first. The Most High and His only begotten Son come before your parents, come before your children, your wife, your siblings. Your everything. All right, Yahweh Shemashah is the focal point of our life, man. At the end of the day, when we wake up to serve Yahweh Shemashah, and in whatever way that He feels is suited for that day. That's what we're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Free will isn't a thing. Okay, we were put on the earth to serve Yahweh Shemashah. So that's what we're gonna do. Go ahead.
Which just something I thought about reading this. The same people that is said in this that would begin to mock you for not being able to finish is really the same people that if you do finish, they're the ones in Wisdom of Solomon that were saying this man was a prophet. Like out
Yeah.
of all people, it's really going to be that's the same crowd of people. Either you lose and they gonna mock you for that because you were so bold, you corrected your father and mother, you can't eat that, can't eat this, can't do that, but now you folded. They gonna mock you. It's got to be the same crowd of people that it's talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas if you win and you overcome, because they I mean they didn't believe, like I mean a lot of I've heard many brothers parents, it's just a phase. It's a temporary thing. You know, like one brother, his mom said that the brothers ain't gonna be there forever. But if you're really in this truth, brothers are gonna be there more than anybody else will. Because when it comes down to the nitty gritty, your father and your mother, your cousin, your brother, your sister, if they're not rooted in this truth, they're gonna fold on you, and they're damn sure not gonna give their life for you. They're gonna take your life to save theirs. You're just gonna realize how much of a nigga they really are.
And that's the
But I
thing.
think, oh,
So like that's the thing. They haven't, especially with your parents and people that you deem as, they'll, every nigga has that one person. Hey, that's my dog. He'll never turn his back on me. The problem is they've never been put in the position to turn their back on you. Okay. Ultimately, when it boils down to it, when it's, their life on the line versus, put, giving your where you at, giving your location as to where you at, so they can come and try to capture you, they're gonna do it, man. Especially the people of the earth. If your parents ain't in the truth, if your cousins ain't in the truth, your siblings ain't in the truth, they're liable to turn your ass in, man. Bottom line. And that's something that you need to instill in your mindset. That's why you can't put too much trust into them niggas. Because that's what's gonna fuck you up. When you entangle with these people of the earth, when you fellowshipping with the wolf, when you a lamb, it's not gonna make any sense. You're gonna get fucked up. Okay? Go ahead.
I got this Revelations 3
I'll hold that.
and 15 to 16 says, I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
All right. So the Most High is not dealing with the lukewarm people, man. You got to be either hot or cold. He's not dealing with the in between. The people that's riding the fence, they want to be an Israelite on the weekends, but throughout the week they're a nigga. All right. Most High is ultimately not dealing with that spirit, man. He's not putting up with that because he doesn't need that. He has men that's completely on fire. You know what I'm saying? For this truth. Why would he? What use does he have of a lukewarm nigga? This nigga only want to do the work on Saturday. Outside of that, he a cool ass nigga. You know. So this is what we have to prep our minds for, once again, not getting a constant reminder, man, of not getting entangled with the affairs of this life, because it's very easy for you to fall out over the simplest things. Satan, I was watching the elders video, Elder Ariala, you know, Salakia, because I'm trying to listen out. Because if that's my mom's, I'm gonna take this in the room. Um, but Satan's main job is to distract you or to get you out of the truth, man. That's it. That's his main two things that he's trying to do. He's trying to distract you and trying to get you out the truth. So it's very easy to get entangled with the affairs of his life. He's going to send something that you may like, all right, and send it in abundance. You might like, which every Jake likes women, all right, but that may be your weak point. Women, drink, fucking, money, certain things that that are tied to money, so on and so forth, and that'll be his way to get you to be distracted and ultimately fall out from your main purpose of life, man. So you have to make sure that you're constantly tapped in into what actually matters, man. This at the end of the day, this place is gonna be melted. Everything that you see that you can physically touch is gonna be destroyed. Thus saith Yahweh Shema Shai, according to the scriptures. So there's a mindset, once again, in that Peters. All right. There's a mindset that we have to have what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness. We should be constantly focused on Yahweh Bashim Shai. Does that mean that we're reading 18 chapters in 2 hours? No. Even in a day. No. Okay. But just do the work. Keep the Lord first, man. And keep him first in all your decisions. That's what matters. As long as you're Israelite off camera. All right, go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon.
You can't serve both, man. Okay? You have to pick one.
This,
All right, you can't serve the Most High and Mammon. You can't serve the Most High and man. So you have a foot in the earth and a foot in the truth. It doesn't work like that. And you see, it never works. It always clashes in some way. Okay? Because when it comes down to making a decision, which ultimately you're going to always make a worldly decision, man. So it never works. You're going to give more power to one or the other at the end of the day. All right? Go ahead.
James 4 and 4. Ye adulterers and adulteresses,
Yeah.
know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with God? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of God.
Yeah, so if you're a friend of the world, you're an enemy of Yahweh Shema Shai. And that's plain. That's bottom line. Okay, you can't be in that spirit of wanting to uh prosper on this side exponentially, at least. Okay, there's nothing wrong with having money and making sure that your daily needs are taken care of, but to want to prosper and to become rich in this society, okay, that's a severe issue. That's going to be a battle. That means you're serving one power over the other, and that means you putting the earth over Yahweh Shema Shai. You're not focusing on, what does it say, where your heart is, there where your treasure, or where your heart is, there where your treasure be also. Salakia, roughly paraphrasing, it might be switched around, but go ahead, bro.
And then I looked up mammon. What is mammon?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
said you can't serve God and mammon. It goes in with right what you said. Biblical term for riches, often used to describe the debasing influence of material wealth.
yeah. Material wealth. What does it say? Lay not up for yourselves treasures. All right. Um.
On earth.
Yeah. Can you grab it?
Often
You
corrupt.
know. Yeah.
I think it's in that same chapter.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's up. I think it's up like 19 or something like that. 18,
Yeah.
19.
Matthew 6, 19 to 20. And most of these things are Yahweh words. I mean, that says enough.
Yeah. It means it's not to be taken lightly. This is coming from the Lord Himself. All right. He knows what He's talking about. Okay. He's the Son of the
Yeah.
Most High. He's sitting on the right hand side now. So
That became flesh. And
right. So, go ahead.
Matthew 6, 19 to 20. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Right. That's why you don't you don't put too much into this shit, man. Because ultimately, all the riches that you have on this side, at the end of the day, somebody can break into your house at 2:35 a.m. and take all that shit. And guess what? You're left with nothing.
Through.
Okay? You're left with nothing. All them goddamn Esau, even Esau, the fucking them identity theft they always put up. One nigga can hack into your shit, which, for us, hey, we don't got shit no way. So nigga can't take, he can't take my credit. You take my credit, you might be in a fucked up position. But nonetheless, it's possible in this society to where somebody can steal your identity, man.
Yep.
They take all your shit, and now you wake up, all your bank accounts are emptied. Okay, so There's no reason to lay up for yourself. There's no reason to put this above anything. This shit is worthless. Go ahead.
Salaki, I want to say two people came to mind, especially with the last one,
Fuck.
uh, PNB Rock and Pop Smoke. They both had stuff on them. Pop Smoke was making like Instagram live or taking videos of all the stuff that he bought from an expensive store, and Pop Smoke had that jewelry on him. Somebody came up in both of them and ran up and shot him and killed him.
Yeah, because Pop Smoke, he what it was is Pop Smoke, he posted a receipt of some shit that he just bought. So the nigga trying to flex, but it had his address on it. So the
Yeah.
nigga came through late at night. See, that's the thing. And this is a society that we live. That nigga was in the shower and got shot. That nigga was in the shower and got robbed and shot, man. His last breaths was butt ass naked or in a towel. You know what I'm saying? That shit through. You know? And then PNB Rock, his bitch, posted where they was at. Then the nigga get robbed eating chicken and waffles, man. Got shot and killed in the goddamn Roscoe's. Most I don't like you if you get killed in the goddamn Roscoe's, man. That shit called Roscoe's. So this is the society that we're living in. But people want to put all their time and energy into this shit. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Con, the brother's saying corruptible riches, man. You can't take any of this shit with you. What that nigga Drake say? When I die, put my money in the
Yeah, like
what is
put in the grave, like
yeah, put my
Pharaoh.
money in the grave or something. That's some
Yeah,
Pharaoh shit, man. Going back to Egypt, you know, because they thought that they could take their shit with them.
Yeah.
So
They
when the
servants.
Pharaoh died, you just bury all the riches, so it's just a tomb with a bunch of gold and a dead nigga. It don't make no sense at the end of the day.
People would steal that.
And yeah, cause they hop in and then they try to spook you. Oh, you if you break in that tomb, it's gonna be
Oh
a
yeah.
curse put on you. No, nigga, no, it ain't. Realistically, what it is you got some money from a dead nigga. That's what it is. And our people have to fucking get out of that mindset of thinking that this is the end all be all, man. This ain't it. There's more things to life than you know tangible items. The things that you can see, the things that are actually you can touch and obtain and so on and so forth. Because you got to look. King Solomon is a prime example. He didn't ask for any of these things. He asked for wisdom. With him asking for wisdom, what he received the riches of life. Okay, he was blessed with all the things that a man could have asked for, but that's not what he initially asked for. He asked for wisdom. He asked for a righteous mind to judge, to judge the people, to discern between good and evil. Okay, Nathad, what is it? Nathad Abad, Shemai, La Shapat. Um,
I'm
I'm Bawan, no, Bayan, Tawarawai, roughly paraphrasing, Salakia. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he asked for. Okay? For a righteous mind to judge the people, to discern between good and evil. All right, you had something?
I know that was actually all I had.
Okay. I'm gonna
But
go
I
ahead.
was gonna say
Oh yeah, come on.
the
Slack.
common thing is because he prayed for wisdom that the Lord said, because you didn't ask for these things, I added all these things onto you.
Yeah.
Because the Lord was probably, I mean, you get one wish, and the Lord knows Jake. So when he asked for wisdom, the Lord was like, damn, okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. But
Yeah.
since you said that, and honestly, that impressed me, I'll throw everything else in there. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you put wisdom first, because even people like influencers in the world, they talk about that when you chase, success in terms of yourself, and you just focus on yourself and building up your own character. Along with your success will come the women and the money and all that other stuff. That's just a side product of that. But
Yeah.
the main focus is building yourself up. Being the best man that you can be. And that's essentially what King Solomon was doing. I mean, a lot of these guys, they get that stuff from the Bible, really. King
Yeah.
Solomon, he wanted to be the greatest king he could be, and not for vainglory. He said he was saying because Israel is such a great people, a great nation, I want to be able to judge them correctly because he knew that the position that he was put in was not a light thing. That's a, I mean, he's got to follow and he's got to fill the shoes of King David. That's a big role to play.
Yeah, you know, that's the thing, man. You know, the like you said, that they're seeking the best version of yourself. Seeking out the best version of yourself is ultimately the spirit that King Solomon was in, man. He wasn't worried about the affairs of the life because he knew. And that's the thing when you even going into it, even after King Solomon started to fall away, that was when he was writing all these things, telling you all this shit is vanity. This is vanity. That's vanity. This is bullshit. He's just telling you. I done had both sides of this shit, man. You know? So it's a wrap. Seek wisdom. That's the best way you can go. All right. I'm gonna run these up from the brother. Come on. 2 Corinthians 4:18. While we look not at the things which are seen, but as the things which are not seen, for the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. Right. And that's the thing, man. The things that we able to see, they're temporal. I mean, they're temporary things. Once again, the book of Malachi, neither root nor branch is going to be left for this place. So we don't have any reason to attach ourselves to the society that Esau Edom is trying to bring up. Look, and then when you even go into it, the aspects of this society are fucking off. They're through. They want you to be cool with the alphabet community. They want you to invite them and open them up, have open arms to them, hug the niggas, okay? Which, ironically, they're not bringing so much of an uproar over the national shit when you had an alphabet community person commit that act, man. Where's the uproar for that? If it was a nigga, a regular Edomite, or any other nation, they would have. Yeah, this is why they don't need to be involved in the country. This is why this and that. But it's one of them fruitcake niggas. All right, the niggas that think that they could go from Megatron to Optimus Prime in a day. Okay, and now nobody has anything to say. That's the irony of the fucking devil, Esau Edom. All right. Matthew 6:19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. All right. Which your brother had brought that out, man. Okay. Proverbs 30:8. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food. Feed me with food convenient for me. All right. Yeah. Daily bread, man.
Made that prayer.
Yeah. We don't need all this shit, man. We don't need riches, but we damn sure don't need poverty. Poverty. You know what I'm saying? Just we ask the Lord to give us our daily bread, okay? Just get us through the day. That's it. As long as we're able to take care of ourselves on a daily basis, we're fine, bro. We're good. Okay? We don't have any other reason to seek for anything else. All right, which we know that the Most High is faithful to do that because it says, roughly paraphrasing, when it talks about the fowls and how they're fed daily, in the certain animals, how they're fed daily. Are we not better than they? Okay, so hey, we're constantly content with the things that are, that we're presented with. We're good. What does it say? I know how to both be abound and how to be abased. What's that? Philippians the 4th chapter. I
Yeah.
think 11 and 12. Okay. We know how to both be abased and how to be abound. We know how to be up, we know how to be down. Either way, we giving all praise, call on you, how about Shema Shai. Okay. Um let me see. I'm gonna grab this. Wisdom of Solomon 6:20 through 21. I'm gonna show it up here. All right. Therefore, brother, lighten it up, goddamn. Therefore, therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If your delight Be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore. Right, so we got to honor that wisdom, man. And that's ultimately right now. Hell, we seeking the wisdom. We're following after King Solomon, man. He set the perfect example. To what does it say? Seek wisdom. What does it say? Seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, and all his righteousness, or in his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, Matthew 6 and 32 or 33. Okay, so if we do those things first, then everything else is going to be added unto us. We talk about having the multiple women and the slaves and this and that and the power of the money, but ultimately this is to be righteous with Yahweh Shemal Shai. We're doing this thing to be in good standings with the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son for eternity. That's what we're doing this for. And with us doing that, in return, just as King Solomon received everything because he asked wisdom, we're gonna receive everything, man. All right. So this is the spirit that we're coming in. We're not entangled. We're not entangled with the affairs of life. 1 Timothy 6 and 6, but godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. Right. And then what's that scripture say too? Roughly paraphrasing, but people suppose God or gain is godliness, you know. So they think because they're getting up in the riches and in the wealth of the earth that they're good. No, that's not godliness, man. The Most High is not dealing with that shit. It says it's easy for the Most High to make a man rich. Just because you become rich, that doesn't make you a great person.
No, no, because that would mean that Elon Musk is a saint, but this is the
Yeah,
man that's trying to put the chip in your head.
yeah.
No.
That's gonna be one of the main niggas completely
Man,
against you so-called blacks and American Latinos. That doesn't make you a godly person because you have riches, you have money. No, it's easy for the Most High to do that. There's nothing. All right. But if you had that wisdom of Yahweh Shema Shai, hey, then you on that level, man. But you had anything else, bro?
no, no, that was it.
Con. Well, yeah, man. Hey, we just want to put that up, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, Lord's will, man. This is edifying to the elect. Okay, Lord's will. Once again, before we close, giving all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Shakodash.
Gosh,
And double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Peace, much love, and salutations to those elect. Hey, you brothers, keep pushing, keep fighting this good fight of faith. Don't let no man take your crown with that. Shalom. Kwame Yasharala, blah, blah, blah.
shalom.
So on. I ain't hit it, man.